If I can rewind time to go back, here are five biggest mistakes I will correct immediately. Number one mistake I will correct is that my time will be the most expensive thing to me. Yeah, sometimes I wonder how wasted time works. You understand? A second wasted can never be recovered. I can lose my house, I can lose my car, I can lose my clothes, and I can recover them all, but my time can never be recovered even if it is a second wasted. You understand? So I wasted 2 years of my time doing things that doesn't matter to my life, and I regret it bitterly. Everybody can be a millionaire, but it all depends on how long it took you to make time, to make the money. You can be a millionaire in 30 years. You can be a millionaire in 80 years. You can be a millionaire in a day. But it all depends on how long it took you to make that money. Mark Zuckerberg is the fastest growing billionaire, and he is among the youngest billionaire in the world. From today, I will value my time because a second wasted cannot be recovered. That's the huge mistake I make in the past, not valuing my time. So the second mistake I will correct if time is rewind, or if I'm given the opportunity to correct, is I will learn more and practice more. Yeah, I heard me right. I will learn more and practice more. There is a quote that said, "The more I know, the more I realize I know nothing." The worst thing I have ever done to myself is not learning more because I thought I know it all. But I was disappointed in this because learning is a journey. Are you getting it now? Learning is a journey. Nobody knows it all and nobody arrives. It's just a journey someone is in until the person's die. So there is another quote that said that knowledge doesn't come from knowing. Knowledge comes from experience. Sometimes I ask myself, I wonder, why don't I see results from all the things that I know? I know that I know more than this person, yet this person is seeing results more than me. And the answer that I have to this question is that true knowledge comes from practicing and not from knowing. So instead of trying to know more, I try to practice more from what I have known. So the third mistake that I'm going to mistake and that I'm going to correct is that I wish I could have started with what I have than starting with what I wish I had. I wish that I could have started earlier before now with what I had, no matter how little it is, than wishing to start with what I wish I had. For 2 years, I wasted my life hoping that time will get better, but I was disappointed because there is no better time to start than now. My advice on this is that it's better to start with what you have than starting with what you wish you had. Because there's a quote that says that the best time to sow a seed is 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. So guys, let us start with what we have instead of starting with what we wish we had. The fourth thing that I'm going to correct is that this one is the one that I will correct, and I will correct now. I've been a victim of this for the past 2 years to 3 years. And I'm not the only one that is victim of this. Most other people must also be victim of this. Then what is it? Success is not doing extraordinary things. It's doing ordinary things for extraordinary period of time. When I was starting, I complicated myself with a whole lot of work because I will go here and grab this one, I will grab this one. They will say, if you want to succeed, do this one, do this one, do this one, do this one. And I bombard with myself with all these things. And you know the worst part of this? I don't even complete one task, or I don't even focus on one thing. After I must have done this, I'm tired, and I left all of them 10% without completion, 10% without completion. Understand? I focus my energy on many things without even completing one task. So so the best thing I can do for myself is today is that I focus on one thing and do that ordinary thing for extraordinary period of time. If it is watching movie will make me rich, I focus on watching movie for the rest of my life, and eventually my life will change. I'm not saying that watching movie will make you rich. I'm just giving an instance. If what I'm doing today is something that I cannot do for the rest of my life, then I won't bother doing it for once. If what I'm doing today is something that I cannot do for the rest of my life, then I won't bother doing it once. These are the 4 biggest mistakes that I will correct if I rewind back time. But nevertheless, time can never be recovered. Therefore, I will correct it now.